our reporter Jonathan Doidge is there for us.
Thanks, yes. Welcome from the Twickenham Stoop. 2 points, 2 vital points up for grabs here for the London Broncos this afternoon. They went to Headingley earlier in the season, lost by 52 points to 10. I'm joined now by coach Rob Powell. Rob, 8 defeats I think now from your last 9 Super League outings, but a win here against Widnes a couple of weeks ago and showing signs against Huddersfield in defeat last week that things are starting to click into gear.
Yeah, we like to think so. We played well against Widnes, and although we won in the last minute there, we thought we were pretty dominant in the game. And it was disappointing last week because for 60 minutes we were good and competing with them in most departments, and to get blown away like that probably just wasn't a fair reflection of the game, really.
Huddersfield at the KC Stadium. Our reporter Jonathan Doidge is there for us.
Yes, I'm joined here at the KC Stadium by Huddersfield Giants coach Nathan Brown. Nathan, 46-10 winners last week, ending a drought of, 5 successive defeats. Are you confident that you've turned a corner now?
Oh, well, last week was a good start. We did some things obviously a fair bit better than what we had been doing, and during our defeats, we had 3 losses that were very close, which we lost in the last 2 minutes of a number of games. Earlier in the year we were winning those games, and we probably contributed a bit to our downfall, but sometimes you think you're not going as bad as it looks, and sometimes you're not quite going as good as you think as well.
Yeah, scoreless last time you were here, but it's locked again, this time at 6 apiece. It was the Broncos who went ahead on 22 minutes with a try from Chris Bailey. He took Craig Gower's pass, shrugged off Wella Haraki to get in underneath the posts, and Michael Witt added the extras to make it 6-0 for the home side, and certainly value for that as well. They'd been putting plenty of pressure on down at the Rhinos' end of the field.
But Baitieri was the man who did so. Here's Setamaita Sarr down the left-hand side, a chance for the Dragons, just to keep their hopes of some points alive here, and still going down this right with Baitieri once again. Now it's with 23, Lapini Peya. Here's Leon Price back on the inside to Menzies, who's got the strength. Steve Menzies has burrowed his way underneath the challenge of Brent Webb, and Steve Menzies gets the Catalan Dragons' second try. Try now for Leeds would be very, very handy. Here goes Lunt from acting halfback, and Sean Lunt may just have won it for Leeds. Around about a quarter of this game still to go. And Sean Lunt, on his debut, has scored the try that makes it Leeds Rhinos 26, Catalan Dragons 12.
The last time we had an update from the Twickenham Stoop, Leeds Rhinos were taking control of their game against the London Broncos. Is that still the same, Jonathan Doidge?
Not the case at all. In fact, no, London Broncos 12, Leeds Rhinos 24, and it's been all about the Broncos in this second half so far. First of all, a catastrophic error at the back from Leeds. A bit of confusion between fullback Zach Hardacre, standing in, of course, for the injured Brent Webb, as he has been for the last few games, and his wingman, Ben Jones-Bishop, who came on the inside for a pass. Hardacre still threw it on the outside. It was gratefully accepted by Broncos winger Kieran Dixon, and he strolled over for the try, which was goaled by Michael Witt to make it 12-24. And since then, a succession of Broncos chances and pressure. Craig Gower, a lovely weighted kick that held up Ryan Hall over his own line. David Howell went close to scoring then, and then Gower once again, following up his own kick, held up Danny Maguire over the Leeds line for another Rhinos dropout. This time David Howell again couldn't quite take a pass from Michael Witt when a chance for a try certainly looked on. We're into the 57th minute, I think it is now, here at the Twickenham Stoop. And it's London Broncos 12, Leeds Rhinos 24.
Let's see, did they manage to finish off the job? Jonathan Doidge?
They didn't, I'm afraid. It was Hull FC 28, Huddersfield Giants 24, the final score. The hooter has just gone here at the KC Stadium. 5 tries to 4 in favour of the home side, who've ended a run of 5 straight defeats against today's visitors. And the game really got going in the final 15 minutes or so. Last year with me, it was at that stage 14 points to 18 in favour of the Giants. Danny Tickle's conversion narrowed it to 2 points, and then Kirk Yeaman managed to pick up on a loose offload from Huddersfield's big prop Earl Crabtree to hack the ball on and touchdown for the first of 2 tries for himself. That was also goaled by Danny Tickle. Crabtree was able to make amends just moments later when crashing over off a lovely pass from David Fayumu at the other end of the field, and it looked for all the world that with just 4 minutes to go it was the Giants who were going to take out the 2 points against the Early Birds once again. But then in the final minute of the game, it was Kirk Yeaman once more, benefiting from some cracking play from both Brett Seymour, Richard Horne, and Yeaman taking advantage with a try on a big overlap in the left-hand corner. The extras added by Danny Tickle. The home fans celebrate. They retain their place in the top 8 of the Stobart Super League table, and it's finished here at the KC. Hull FC 28, Huddersfield Giants 24.